Alright, as usual, just going to wait a second for Techie to let me know if I'm live. Well, Restream says I'm live, so I think I'm good. Um, Hello everybody, and welcome back to Apollo Justice. This is day 2 and 3 hours, 30-ish minutes in, and I am still in the tutorial case. And good to know I'm live. So, Um, as usual, disclaimer: any and all spoilers in the chat will result in an instant ban. This is a completely blind playthrough, and yeah, that's pretty much all the notifications. A quick recap of the previous day from what I can remember, and then I blanked. All right, so we're playing as some weird attorney named Apollo Justice. Know absolutely nothing about him. This is his first case. It's a murder case, as usual. The defendant is the legendary Phoenix Wright, now a pianist and professional poker player, I guess, after 7 years after he loses his attorney's badge for some unknown reason. So we went through most of the case, found out that there were like 3 people in the room, 4 people? 4 people in the room. And Phoenix Wright pointed his finger at the other defense attorney who's helping me learn how to play the game, even though I don't really need to learn. So that's pretty much the entirety of the first video. And if you want more details, you can feel free to go watch the VOD on YouTube or on Twitch for, I don't know, a month-ish, I think. Alright, so let's get into this. Why are they in the judge's chamber? This is so different! This isn't how it normally goes. People don't normally follow the judge into his chamber. What is going on? Alright, fan theory. It's all a plot. This is all just a big publicity stunt. There we go. Wait, but someone died, so that doesn't make sense. Not me, Apollo, not me. Who's this jerk? Who are you? Who are you? Magic? Already? Ah! Oh my god, this is really important. This is going to be a piece of evidence. I have just been informed that the top screen wasn't updating and I accidentally showed my desktop. I probably should have hidden it before I did that. Is it? Alright, the top screen is updating now. I don't know what happened. I probably should test these things before I go live. I've never had an issue like this though. I've never had it be where like the screens aren't refreshing correctly. The card I have chosen is magical. Oh, thank God. I was worried that we would have a game that doesn't include oh, wait. I can magically tell when people are lying. And here I thought I was done with the Majitama. So who's this jerk? It is not. She's lying. Well, there was no cheating because you told me that you were cheating, so I guess that makes it cheating. Hold on. Give me a second. For whatever reason, my screens were not refreshing. See, it's hard to tell with the bottom one because there's not much that goes on, but I'm apparently going to have to fix that at some point. Hey Techie, there's an issue. I can only have one of my Citra screens running at once. Hold on. Alright, so I do that, then you stop refresh. Great! Well, why would things go the way that I need them to, right? Yep, they're not refreshing. You told me it would work this way. Well, I had a feeling I would need to fix this. So, here is my fix. Shoot, I forgot. How did I... Shoot. No, don't delete, just hide. There. Alright. Problem solved. You told me it would work, of course. I had two captures on... I had two captures on Citra, but... for whatever reason... they stopped working? They were working perfectly fine yesterday. I'm pretty sure. No, they were. I was watching. So that's weird. Although I did it so I could try to change the layout, and then it turned out that I couldn't actually change the layout. So we're just going to stick with this for now. Probably the rest of all the not all of the Apollo Justice, but all the Ace Attorney games are probably just going to be captured like this. There wasn't really a good way to resize the top screen to be bigger, due to the fact that it would just stretch, and then you'd end up with a widescreen view, which would create... well, I don't like having all this unused space, but I can't do anything with it right now. Everything's good, right? Everything's refreshing? Good. Wouldn't be a stream without at least 100,000 million tech problems. Wait a minute, the card has blood on it. Well, there's only one thing to do at a time like this. Wait, where's the card? Ugh! Didn't put it in my thingy. Oh! Right, I forgot about that. Did that go through? I didn't hear that, actually. That sounded like it went through my other speakers, but I don't think it did. Anyways, as always, I have to examine everything. That's it. Let's see, red background, flip it upside down. No, the only important thing seems to be the blood, and that didn't really give me anything, so I have a bloody card. Oh good, we're back in court. Sorry, that recess was really so I could problem solve, troubleshoot my computer being dumb. Actually, that was OBS. Gonna need to add that blame my computer thing again. I actually have room for a counter though, so I could put it right underneath the disclaimer and just increment the counter every time I complain about technology not doing what I want it to. Need to do that for Super Metroid. This here. Oh good, we're pulling him to the stand. I did know that this was going to happen because someone was like, well, he hasn't given his testimony, but also I don't really consider that a spoiler. Because, I mean, as soon as someone points their finger at someone else, they typically take the stand, and we still haven't gotten the the criminal. So, we're running out of people to pull to the witness stand, and we had no more witnesses. But we know his name and occupation. Also, I want to point out a contradiction here. Alright, so normally what the recess is for the prosecution to prep its witness. But as the judge called Kristoff into his chamber, there would have been no time for the prosecution to actually, you know, prep its witness. And so I'm going to call mistrial on this. I know that the games don't normally fit into a very realistic theme, and arguably every single one of these trials could fall under mistrial. But just to say, for the sake of my sanity and the sanity of everyone trying to figure this out, this is still not working in terms of what the game has actually said is supposed to happen. Just saying. And this is just stopping everything to go in on a little tangent about everything. I agree with him though. Is it really necessary? Wait, I think he's referring to the entire cross-examination, and I think that's necessary, but stating his name and occupation and all that jazz is not necessary. So, yeah. Lovely stuff. I'm trying to think. Far stranger things have occurred. Oh, of course, spirit channeling from Trilogy. Fine, I'll play along. For now. I make myself laugh sometimes. I try not to laugh to that because that was just dumb, and then I thought about it and it was just so dumb it was great. I also accidentally skipped a piece of text before reading. Where's the rewind button? You're supposed to be on the defendant's chair. I'm fanboying so hard right now. Oh my god. I don't want to keep going. Wait, did that not... Is that not increasing the volume on stream? I'm sorry, I have to listen to this for a bit. That's weird. Normally when I adjust the volume in my ears, it changes the volume on the stream. I am listening to this song because I haven't heard this song in a long time, and this is... Huh. Hi, James. I love this song. Alright guys, we're just gonna spend 3 hours listening to this. Anyways. Okay, but if... That's... weird. If I mute my headset... If I mute the headset, it turns off. I mean, I would probably get a huge copy strike. Either a copyright strike or a copyright claim, which I don't really care about claims because I don't monetize my videos anyways. But I imagine Capcom would come after me if I spent 3 hours just playing this and having this game up. But oh, I love this song. It's my second favorite theme. Right behind the original Cornered theme. I love it. I haven't heard this in so long. Oh. Alright. Now that my 2-minute moment is over, going to continue. Mr. Wright, why is the music suddenly not my music? Because I'm taking over now. Boot to the head. That's gonna come up at least once every stream. I just hope that in future streams I can fit that in a little bit better, but I I love it. It sounds awfully silent on my end. Wait, so if the audio isn't actually coming through my headset, I can adjust the volume on my end to make it louder and it doesn't affect the stream. That's great. I don't know what I did to fix that, but that was an issue I didn't like, and I haven't gotten around to doing audio mixing yet. I mean, he's not wrong. Okay, I don't know what I'm trying to prove here. He's right. The only way to know. Yes, and you'd have to be the real killer. What's your excuse, Kristoff? Yeah, I mean, Apollo did absolutely nothing except prove what we've already proven last episode. Oh god, he lied! Wait, no real testimony, he's just gonna outright tell us? That would be a twist. Oh god. Oh god. Finally! Finally! What? You say that as if we've been delaying something. Well, I have. I could have finished this yesterday if I didn't stop. If I didn't just stop everything to go off on my tangents or have my fun. Also, my music stopped and I'm sad. Bring it back. Rewind. Bring the music back. Alright, Techie. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to create an Ace Attorney hack for all the games. Every single game on the 3DS. And the sole purpose of the hack is to replace all the music with the original Cornered theme. But remastered. I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to do it, and that's it. The entire game, there will just always be music playing, and it will always be the same music, and it will be the best music. I'm expecting that Techie will respond that I'm dumb for liking the Cornered theme more than any of the others, and that he has better themes that he could use. Or the Edgeworth theme. We can replace everything with the Edgeworth theme. I like that one too. Or we could replace it with the really depressing version of the Edgeworth theme. Or we just leave all the music alone because the music is fantastic and I really, really like some of the music more than the rest, but all of it is amazing. Well, we got Pursuit, though. I think that's Pursuit. That's Pursuit. I'm pretty sure that's Pursuit. But that's the original Pursuit. Oh god. Well, he witnessed the murder. Well, this sucks. Actually, come to think of it, this is illegal. Can we call a mistrial? I mean, he lied to the court. He, like, you alright. So, I'm pretty sure that per the rules of, I forget what the term is, you cannot be the defense attorney in a case that you are directly tied to, which means that this entire trial is illegal and has to be done from the ground up because a lot of things were done wrong. But this is also Japanica, where the legal system is broken as all hell, and we're just allowed to do stupid things like this and no one gets in trouble. Not to mention the fact that every single witness is... Gavin isn't leading the defense, but he is the lead defense attorney of the case, if that makes sense. Of course it makes sense to you. But, like, still, he is technically the one representing Phoenix. He's just not the one leading the defense's defendingness. Plus, he still accepted the case himself. Because if you recall from the beginning of the chapter, or of the episode, the judge outright said, "Hey, I thought that you were the one leading the defense." And he was like, "I was. Now I'm not." Just saying, this entire thing is broken. Japanica rules. Oh, but, you know, the other issue is that every single witness lies on the stand. Which... Just let that sink in. Perjury is a criminal offense in this weird Japanica law system, legal stuff. And yet everyone commits perjury. How is everyone not in prison? Plus, the judge literally just outright said that. But sorry, I got distracted by something. It wasn't important, so I'm going to ignore it for the rest of this time. Actually, go ahead and mute that. Alright, so he's lying. Okay, but we're still going to let you stand at the defense's desk instead of in the defendant's chair, because this makes sense. Why do we need going up against to be in red? Is that important? Wait, I can't save? Why is it grayed out? Is it normally? No. Why was it grayed out? What the heck? Objection! That is objectionable. Oh, I should try to see if I can get the mic to pick up again. He's not engaged in gambling, because that's illegal. I think this is why. Hold it! Hold it! Pick up my voice, you piece of whatever. I don't think we have what I want. We don't! Wait. Now we don't really have what I want. I'm starting to get used to Apollo's weird voice lines, though. It's not as cool as Phoenix's, but it's still cool. That's what I wanted. This, right here, is what I wanted. I wanted the map. I wanted the layout. I didn't want to upset Right. But does it make sense? That seems to suggest that there is something wrong with this. But I don't have the image to prove anything. Except... well, yeah, I don't have anything to object with, I don't think. Like, the only thing I can think of is if you were looking through that window, the back of his head would have been to the window. You couldn't have seen it, right? I could be wrong. Oh, no, don't press here. Oh god, don't press here. A little bit of lag. Darn it, I can't. I wish I could pull up an FPS counter, but I'd have to then crop it out. That's already come up before. I'm just gonna press on all of these statements and then figure it out. And then I'm going to present the attorney's badge. Hold on. Door's there. Window's on the other side of the door. Moved the hat. Hold on. We have... I mean, I guess you could have seen it. I don't know. Let's see what I can pull. That was a huge lag spike. I'm also gonna add a lag counter that just counts every time I mention it. You're an idiot. If you supposedly witnessed that Wright had done it, then you would be knowingly defending a criminal, which I guess isn't necessarily wrong, but still, just dumb. It more or less sounds like you were trying to protect yourself. Which, if you are the murderer, makes sense. You'd get as close to the case as possible, and as far away from the witness stand as possible. Since the defense attorneys aren't usually, if ever, called to the stand, it would actually make sense. But his trying to, like, convince us as to why doesn't make sense. Which pretty much tells us he's lying. What? Oh, lovely, we're getting into this. I think I have a theory that it's a demon. So something isn't right there. Oh, of course, the card has blood, but what if the blood on the card isn't the victim's blood? I'm going to get so hurt by this, aren't I? Yeah, I was right. Oh, he didn't expect that. I don't know what that voice was, but wow. Oh, good. We got some inconceivables in here. Oh, you're getting very unhappy with the fact that I have the 5th ace. Worst objection ever. I'm sorry, but the 2 rules of evidence law, as presented in Rise from the Ashes, evidence presented in court must be accepted by the police department, or evidence entered into court must be proven to be a part of the case. I couldn't think of the actual phrasing. Just saying. Hey, we're getting to the point that I was going to make that I probably should have set out. Alright, so my theory is that the killer actually bled onto the card. Although I think I did mention earlier that the blood on the card wasn't the victim's blood. So that's my idea here on why this card is so important, is because it actually points to a 4th person being in the room. Now, why it is that I was given the card, I don't know. I guess so I could present it here. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, concealed evidence. Yeah, just brushing it off like everyone always does. I agree, actually. I don't see what this is. See, the only conclusive evidence I could think of is if we could use that card to tie in the murderer. But we haven't done that. What we've seen here is, A, Phoenix Wright took the card from the thing, so Phoenix is actually incriminating himself. Unless that blood isn't the victim's, but Phoenix had already said that the blood could be the victim's, which means that this is nonsensical. Am I missing something obvious? Is my train of thought wrong? Let's keep going and see. Yes. Oh, there's that point. There's the point. The pointy finger. I don't get it. Okay. This is some great stuff here. I legitimately don't know. Well, but we know that the victim died there, unless he didn't. Also, I love how this is labeled as 2. You got your killer, your witness, your victim, and 2. couldn't come up with a good one for that, so it's 2. I can't save scum. I legitimately don't know. Yeah, I don't follow it either. Oh, wait. I was right? God. So I think my original line of thought was accurate, it's just that the game is misleading. This means that... Does that matter? Wait, what? Woo, lag! Why is it lagging, though? What is it about these animations? They're not even complex animations. They're literally just very simple animations. Oh. Well, you'd think that it would be better optimized. Oh. Okay, well obviously it's the killer because the killer couldn't be here. God, it's so weird to, like, be playing in a point where the defense attorney isn't actually certain of himself. I'm not used to this. Because, you know, you spend a large portion of the Ace Attorney trilogy with the defense attorney, if you're doing everything correctly, being very, very certain, as well as with the Edgeworth Investigations games. So the game is essentially telling me exactly where the killer would be standing, obviously in the one place where there couldn't possibly be a killer. Wait, what? No? Oh, nope, I was right. God, the game just... Yeah. Wait, what? I do like this song too. Have we gotten the cornered theme yet? Because I really want to hear that. And I'm pretty sure that this is just Pursuit. 2007. Wait, so we're going to hold off? Oh, right, this is Ace Attorney, where people can get to and from an area in like 10 minutes after also doing a very thorough investigation. Cough, Detective Gumshoe, cough. Who goes off for 10 minutes to investigate an entire pool system, I think. And then comes back and is like, alright, well, here's everything you need to know. And I'm just like, Well, you were gone for 10 minutes, and in that 10 minutes we solved everything that you've told us. But also, you know, you managed to completely do everything in 10 minutes, including walking through an entire freaking embassy. In all fairness, the pools weren't that far away from where we were, but still, the timing in this game is weird. He shook his head. So what happened 7 years ago? Obviously, this is a rhetorical question. I don't need an answer. I imagine we're going to get one. Wait a minute. God, this... Hey Techie, didn't you say that there was a version of Citra that was optimized for this game? I may end up going to grab that if this is how it's going to be for the rest of the trials, because I imagine investigating might start getting laggy. If it's lagging this much here, I can't imagine what it would be like to actually go through even more complicated stuff. Oh, I thought you said that there was a build for Apollo. Oh well, we're just gonna deal with the lag. Also accidentally revealed I am playing this on Citra, not on a physical 3DS. That's entirely due to the fact that I can't record off the 3DS right now. Actually, I can't record off the 3DS at all. Oh, I didn't realize this. I haven't tested on the 3DS, obviously, because this is blind. But due to limitations, I can't actually stream this off the 3DS, so... While I do have a physical copy... Yeah, well, a digital copy of the game and a 3DS on which the game plays, I cannot stream it off the 3DS, so I am using an emulator for it. All cards on the table, as it were, because it's topical and also the go-to idiom that I use. Yeah, I noticed this as soon as I started moving the thing. The new contradiction indicator. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. That is such an odd way to phrase that. Obviously, number 2 here is poop. Sure, why not? I find it so weird because, like, playing Trilogy, it's like, I point out a contradiction and Phoenix is like, obviously this is the contradiction. He couldn't have seen through. And in, like, the obvious contradiction is the witness on the stand couldn't have possibly looked through and seen the scene of the crime. Which means, well, obviously the contradiction is that he couldn't have been looking through the window. But Apollo, instead of saying, objection, he couldn't have possibly seen any of this, as you normally would, like in Ace Attorney 1, Episode 2, where you do a similar thing with a window, in that you prove that he couldn't have seen the lamp was knocked over because he couldn't have seen the lamp at all. Well, Phoenix is like, objection, there's no way you could have seen this. And Apollo is just like, are we sure that everything is correct here? I'm getting really annoyed by his lack of self-confidence. Is all that I'm trying to say here, is just the lack of self-confidence hurts, because I'm not used to it. Although I think that it does happen in Ace Attorney 1 and possibly in Ace Attorney 2 for both of their tutorial levels. But I don't remember the tutorial level for Ace Attorney 3. I'm not even sure that there was one. There might have been. I just find it difficult to believe because at least Ace Attorney 2 had an explanation. And Ace Attorney 1 doesn't need an explanation because it's the first Ace Attorney game, so obviously you're going to have a tutorial to explain how the games work. Ace Attorney 2, I don't know. I mean, I guess you assume that the player hasn't ever played Ace Attorney 1, so you go through it again, and then you introduce the annoying gimmicks in the next case. And Ace Attorney 3 was just like, yeah, we expect that you know what you're doing. I think it gives a very mild tutorial. This is my memory. My memory is bad. Investigations also gives a tutorial, but Investigations was a completely different style of game. I actually really enjoyed it, and I'd like to see a game that sort of mixes the two. I want to see a game that mixes the two concepts together. Granted, really, Investigations is very similar to this, but with free movement instead of just images, still images that you investigate using pixels. But you actually walk around and based on your location. It's really good. But then it also does the still image investigating parts too. I don't know. I mean, I do know, but like, it's just fun. I really liked Investigations. Techie didn't because he's crazy. I mean, yes, the game can be slow, but I'm gonna get back on topic here because I've been talking about other stuff for like 3 minutes. Is this the objection theme? Not objection. Cornered? Wait, I might be getting my names wrong again. I think objection is the one that comes before cornered, not pursuit, because I think that cornered and pursuit are actually the same song, but I don't remember because, God, the titles in these games are dumb. What did you just tell me? Oh, this is pursuit. So pursuit and cornered are not the same, right? Right, pursuit leads up to cornered. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Wait. Ugh! Alright, go look at the original soundtrack and tell me. Except the original soundtrack is entirely in Japanese, so the translations are pretty inaccurate when you have to translate using Google Translate. That's your bailiff you're talking to. Plot twist! Who knew? I didn't know. I didn't actually know. That sounded very sarcastic. I didn't know. Well, this was a shock. I think I'm still kind of surprised by the fact that the roles have kind of switched, and now Phoenix is teaching me how to play the game. Okay, so, I'm gonna guess that the truth tells us is cornered and pursue do not catch up is pursuit. Might be worth it to look into, the actual translations on the wiki or something. I do it myself, but I don't have thumbs. Yum 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 yum. I don't know why I went with that. I could have come up with so many other possibilities, and I went with whatever company that was. I can't remember. Bacon? Bacon strips? I don't remember. I don't get commercials these days, so. Oh wait, I have YouTube. I could look it up, but I don't feel like doing that. Alright, now it's starting to remind me of Phoenix Wright. just the 3D parts lag the game completely. Like, you know, all we had to do was simply slide a low poly model over over a few pixels. But we can't even do that correctly. Now all we have to do is rotate a low poly model 180 degrees. Alright, so we've given a possibility, but if I recall, they like evidence to back these things up, or wait for the witness to be like, alright, yes, I did it. Yerk. Quark. Oh god. It couldn't be simple, could it? This is the longest intro episode ever. Had to cough there. What is this Edgeworth movement? Oh my god. It's Miles Edgeworth. Confirmed, it's Miles Edgeworth. I don't care anymore. This is Miles Edgeworth. If our defendant is Phoenix Wright, then this guy's Miles Edgeworth. I don't care. Let me guess. We don't have evidence to back it up. We went over the fact that it was illegal evidence. Right. So the fingerprints are upside down. Okay. I'm sorry, but the court demands nothing. You demand an explanation, but, you know, I got nothing. I believe yesterday I gave a lot of repetitive statements of why you would hold the bottle upside down, and that is literally just to pour out the rest of the grape juice. I mean, I came up with a suitable explanation. Yeah, I agree. Can we? Let's see. I mean, the bottle's sideways there. The bottle is sideways there. I would present the bottle. The music stopped. I thought I had it. Alright, fine. Nope. I feel betrayed. That's not helpful. There is nothing! There is no evidence! It also won't let me skip this section either. Pretty sure it's just tape, right? But that's the thing! That's what I'm trying to prove, but there is literally... Oh. You can't tell me that my reasoning was wrong. I figured, oh hey, the bottle is... I don't know, I'm crazy, okay? I'm sorry, but this is tampering with evidence. I'm sorry. Who picks up a bottle with their fingers upside down? Oh. Wait, no, hold on. I'm trying to think, and... Just like, your fingers upside down would be like your fingers facing down, and I'm just like, I would wrap my hand around it, not my fingers around it, whatever. I need some animations to prove. I need some animations. Someone give me some animations. Teach me how to animate stuff. And I'm going to show you what I'm thinking of how I would pick it up, and it probably wouldn't leave fingerprints like that. It would leave them sideways. My fingerprints would be sideways. I mean, that works too. Could have also just been wearing gloves and used the bottle anyways. Either that or he's Von Karma, but Von Karma should be dead by now. Manfred Von Karma, not Francisca. It's definitely not Francisca. It's Edgeworth! It's Edgeworth. I'm convinced it's Edgeworth. The H... sort of... yeah, the H kind of fits. I don't know. Wait a minute! Of course, the card disappeared. Obviously, the card would disappear if you swapped the bottles. Accept a card. What if, what if it's the wrong one? It happened to be the right one, but what if they had given us the wrong one? These beautiful animations. Nice. Okay, I know that they grabbed the entire crate of bottles, but the judge explicitly states this one in particular, but never mentions that there's anything special about it. So while we have the entire crate of bottles, they just so happen to give me the bottle with a card in it. Which is a little far-fetched, even for some of the stuff. I mean, sure, but still, there's no explanation as to why this one in particular. The judge is just like, here's one of the bottles. And Phoenix immediately went with, well, this is obviously the right bottle. There is nothing to indicate anything, really. Whoa! Lighting change. Obscure reference, but you know. Great stuff. Revenge for what? Will we ever find out? Oh, head to head. I was like, alright, head, but I always forgot what the French word for two was. So it is which is lovely. Don't I get to prosecute anyone? Kane being whiny as always. So I'm guessing that that's going to be the plot point of this game. Not that the games really usually have a lot of plot points, but you know. Yes, me, Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Until I face Miles Edgeworth in the courtroom, and then something happens and I just leave for 7 years. after losing my attorney's badge for some unknown reason. But the issue is, actually, I forgot. Ace Attorney 3 did do flashbacks under the, like, from the perspective of someone else, so maybe that's what we're going to get, is a flashback explaining exactly what happened. Wait, so Phoenix Wright is an important character in this game? Not guilty! I won! I didn't even lose at all. I lost a lot of points though. I stand by the fact that if I pick up a bottle off the floor, I'm not putting my fingerprints on it upside down. I wouldn't have a good grip. I'd wrap my hand around it. My fingerprints would be sideways. Just saying. Actually, same as if you were holding it, so... How do you determine it? Whatever. The Killer. We can't say his name anymore. He shall forever be known as the Killer. Yes, you'll understand it in episode 2 when I come back and explain to you exactly how your thing works, unless episode 2 is actually the flashback episode that I'm... I don't know. There's gotta be a flashback. Wait, really? Upside down refers to thumping on the bottom? Did they explain that? Am I this dense? I don't know. I also love how only like 4 messages can appear in the chat at once. I may go back and fix that. Maybe. I mean, obviously I met her. She gave me the card. God damn it, Phoenix. Okay, so this is essentially going to be the plotline of this game, is trying to figure out exactly how this case happened. Which means that there has to be at least one flash. Well, I think there can only be one, because there are 4 episodes in each game. Which makes me kinda sad, but they do take a while. Wright & Co. Law Offices still exists? Okay, he didn't lose it, he turned it in. Alright, I'm now convinced. I'm now convinced that the second episode is a flashback, and I'm very, very interested in it. Oh my god. It has to be this. Right? Alright, Techie. This is the one time that I want an actual answer. What is the forged evidence? Because I want to see the real ending of each case. So I have to know. And I think it's this. Wait, really? It is the Bloody Ace? But that was too obvious. I'm so confused. I don't care. Unless... 7 years ago could refer to the end of Ace Attorney 3, but I don't think that that's the one. Although, it could be. I punched him! I punched him and he doesn't care. Oh my god, my head hurts. Oh, these games confuse me so much. Well, yeah. Can I get some more story? This game didn't have DLC, I don't think. I think it was Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice that did. Turnabout corner. Must be cornered. Yes, I want to save right here. Alright, so I still have a good bit of time left. Which means that we're going to switch to Stardew Valley. No, we're not going to switch to Stardew Valley. Not today. Still uncertain about whether or not I'm going to double up Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, and Stardew Valley. Or if I'm going to put Stardew Valley with something else. I honestly don't know, but I think today we're going to start on Chapter 2, Episode 2. Getting how this game works. My god, actual animations! And lag. But this isn't lagging. Now it is. Wait, is that? This is lag. Alright, so I'm only going to go for another 45 minutes. I know that I normally stream for 3 hours, and lately it's been kind of iffy, but I am definitely only going to go to 2 hours today. Low poly cutscenes, and someone got shot. And lag. You die. June 15th, 9:12 a.m. Right in Co-Law offices. We still don't have a year. Why don't we have a year? Where's the year? So. Wait. How'd you lose your job? Whoa. Whoa, what? What happened to Right and Co law offices? Is that a floating fork? It's hard to tell because there's text in the way, but that is a floating fork. The right place. What? I'm... Well, that's just false. Like, a professional programmer can't just start programming without a computer, so that's false. No, I don't know where I am. I'm pretty much just trying to get through this so I can see what is going on with that floating fork. Well, this explains a good bit. I'm so confused. Okay. Thank God we have the examine button. And that runs pretty fine. I was right. Okay, that's all I really cared about was that. Oh, hold on. Have to get started on my attorney's badge abuse. Why was that capitalized? I'm going to assume that I did that right. Okay. Alrighty then. That wasn't as fun. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is in this. I'm not that interested in like rushing through this game, obviously. Otherwise I would have beaten that previous case in like 2 hours instead of 4. But still, fun stuff. Double checking some stuff. Huh. Sorry, I was double checking something. And now I'm confused, but it's not really important. But yeah, I'm really not that concerned with rushing through this, especially since I really don't want to get too far into this case before I leave. But at the same time, I don't want just a single hour of footage to upload. You know, she reminds me of Kay, and a little bit of Maya. Like, if you took Maya and you took Kay and you shoved them together, and then you took out the weird quirkiness of both of those characters, and made them a magician. Okay, so she's a completely different character in my head. I don't know. Extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. What? This is the most ridiculous thing ever. I'm gonna ask you some questions about her for some reason. I am even more confused. Wait. I hope so too, because I'm confused. I'm like, wait a minute. He couldn't have possibly had a daughter in that 7-year time span. How did I not figure that out sooner? He couldn't have had a daughter in that 7-year time span. She's his daughter. That wouldn't make sense. And now that we know that she's 15, it makes even less sense. Dave's not here, man. Well, at least he's not in the Hochi clinic, so I was really concerned. God, now I have to take her with me? I think it lagged there, but it's hard to tell without the sound. I'm done. No, I just said, thank God it's not the Hochi clinic, and who should show up but the one reason why I don't want it to be the Hochi clinic. I hate everyone at Capcom. So they must just rename the clinic. Ugh. Oh my god, this is not a... okay. It's too soon for this. I mean, we're only in the second case and we're already getting into this? Hold on, I have to present this. He's forgotten a lot of things, like what happened 7 years ago. Come on, I remember what it looked like. Oh wait, it hasn't been 7 years. Oh. Well, when I thought what happened, my real first thought was what happened 7 years ago. But apparently I'm the asshole because I didn't think to ask why he's in a hospital. She's so fat. She's fat. Just gonna say that now. Ah ha ha. This is just... I can't be the only person feeling a little uncomfortable with how this game is going so far. You know, it always seems to come down to how are we going to pay this month's rent? Why don't you ask Miles Edgeworth, even though 7 years later and I have no idea what he's doing, because Edgeworth Investigations happens within a year, I think like a couple months after Ace Attorney 3. So you want me to make you... hold on. So, Phoenix tells her that she will always be a child in his eyes. A little girl in his eyes, which is just... Gah. But then he's willing to discuss this with her? And now my name is Polly? Wait. You want me to work for you when you can't afford to pay your rent? You do realize you'll have to pay me. And you still owe me for that defending. And you can't afford your rent. He never said that. Why would you ever? God, you should have learned this from 3 months ago when he was like, I never actually said that. You should learn to understand what he's saying, because sometimes he says things a little questionably. For instance, the fact that it's not his locket, but the locket has a picture of his daughter, which is still confusing, but I have a feeling we'll get to that. Just as episode 3 will obviously be the flashback episode. It has to be. I refuse to believe that we will not find out what happened 7 years ago through a flashback episode. They've taken a liking their flashback episodes. That's the entirety of Edgeworth Investigations, was just every single episode was a flashback. Except the last one. The last one wasn't a flashback, and the first one technically also wasn't a flashback. Damn it, I was trying to look at that, because I don't know if she said line or link, and that would have been confusing. You play piano everywhere, don't you? At the Bush place, you played piano and poker, and now you just... What is this insanity? Always with the very, very questionable wording. Still, bad worse. Like in Edgeworth Investigations, where I forget exactly who, but someone accuses the ambassador of being a cross-dresser, and that wasn't even the worst of the random, heavily inappropriate stuff in the last case of Investigations, which is why I wanted to stream Investigations after I'd realized how bad that case was. Oh, that would have been great. Why I wish I had streamed Investigations. What? That was not a joke. That wasn't a joke, that was... Oh, so I do want you to be an investigator, and I do intend to sue him, but that's not actually what we're doing here. So it wasn't a joke, I was right. Hold on. Oh wait, I can view my court record there. Alright! To the right talent agency! Also the fact that we can jump around various places. Going back to the weird time thingy, the fact that time doesn't flow normally in this game, I can, like, travel miles at a time and time doesn't move. I just keep jumping between places and time will not change. Only when an important event happens. Like the end of an investigation, or, I don't know, finding a new place. Visiting somewhere you haven't been before, or when things change. Who's this jerk? What? Your noodle stand has been stolen. Mr. Guy Eldoon. There's not really a good pun there, is there? His name's just Guy. This is... Oh my god, Apollo. But he's right, it really isn't. This is so weird. I have no response. I don't know. They're saltier than salt. Why would anyone want this? Oh, right. Huh. That explains a lot, actually. I mean, I knew that they ate noodles a lot, but I thought they were eating instant noodles. Why am I investigating? Okay, so I know that someone got oh, I think I know what's about to happen. That's the saddest thing you've heard? I mean, I guess all day, but what? Oh, cool! Free noodles for the rest of my life! This is the weirdest game ever. I don't know, I don't think that's blues. I think someone misgenred the music, cause now. Wait, I thought you left. Alright, they're not even being subtle anymore. I can't. I'm so glad I opted to not try to voice this. Although, sometimes the voicing gets really hilarious. But I also switch the voices so often because I forget what voices I was doing, so... Oh, thank God I didn't have to click on a button that said that. Alright, he's about as awkward with this as I would be. What? Why would you do that? Well, at least you didn't say it out loud. What? I feel like Apollo right now. Am I missing something? This is like... what? So, a pair of panties goes missing, and that's a shame. In everything, we have to stop everything we're doing and go investigate a third thing. Holy crap, this is a loaded case. And also help out Phoenix Wright and solve a murder case that's inevitably going to happen. I mean, the intro cutscene, someone got shot, so... That's not true. Well, in universe, that all we know is just that there was a hit and run and 2 thefts. I have a feeling all 3 of these are going to tie into one murder case, and I have a feeling I think his name was Eldoon? Go back and check. Yep, Mr. Eldoon is going to end up being the suspect, the defendant. A singular bowl of salty noodles. Why would you want that? Yeah, I agree. The bowl of noodles is starting to look pretty good. I could go for some noodles, but I don't want them to be salty. That's just gross. This music is very interesting. Double checking. Right. Darn it. Alright. So, in essence, I'm going to have to use my mouse for everything because I still don't know the button layout here. Although, at least it isn't something obscure like A is J, B is K, X is like C, and Y is V or something like that. I mean, God, that would just suck. I hate it when emulators do that. It's probably one of the reasons why it took me so long to get into... Never mind, that's not important. is... What is this face? What is this face? Oh my god, this is... I can't be the only person thinking they just, like... They went to the least talented game artist maker and were like, we want you to make a character for Ace Attorney, but that character can't look normal. It can't look like our normal characters. No, it has to be the most just ridiculous looking thing ever. Alright, well, she's the murderer, confirmed. Kid with the hair. What is with the side characters always being so dumb? My god, it really is like if we mashed Maya and Kay together, we kept Maya's insanity, Kay's insanity, and her fearlessness. Why would I ever ask this? Hold on. This ought to be good. We're getting really started on the presenting the attorney's badge. Oh. Damn. It didn't work. Depressing. I was expecting to, like, die. Instant loss. You died. The end. That's true. Wow, this is the most casual mafia. I guess it's not really mafia. This is the most casual gangster interaction I've ever had. Oh, you know, we do illegal things. We make money. We do illegal things to make money. But it's all good. But, you know, also, this broom thingy that I have that's made out of bamboo, because we live in Japanica, where things look like it's Japan, but it's also America. It's Japanica. Anyways, my broom is a sword. And I'm a gangster. Just so you know. But everything's great! We're all friends here. Even though you showed me your attorney's badge, and so it makes it seem like you're... Well, I don't know, because I'm a defense attorney, so... It's not like it's a prosecutor's badge, which does exist in Edgeworth investigations, but... There's really no explanation as to why you never hear or see it. Edgeworth in particular states that he hates his, and so he keeps it hidden in his organizer. But still, this is just ridiculous. I showed you my attorney's badge, and that didn't get me murdered. But if Edgeworth had done it, Gumshoe would have died. Because Edgeworth, no harm can come to Edgeworth. I'm going to need some... I don't know. Something to help me concentrate, because this makes no sense. Seriously, someone explain this to me! One of your kappas? Do what now? Oh, good. I lost that, so we can never go back and see that she said Kappa, even though she didn't actually say Kappa, and it's a joke. But still, I don't know what she said. Like, capos? Capos? Kappas. Kappas. I have no face cam, so that entire thing was pointless. Well, at least he's alive. Oh, okay. I was like, I thought she was going to go with "You've met my husband," and I was like, I think you missed a word, but this is not how the English language works. Actually, you would take out the ellipses, you'd put a comma there, you'd say the boss, and then you put a comma at the end of the boss, and then you'd say to thank for that. You wouldn't put the ellipses there because it just doesn't flow. You've my husband. The boss to thank for that. Oh, wait, unless it's like she's trying to substitute the boss for my husband. Like when someone, you know, starts a sentence and then goes back and changes what they originally said, like I've done like 100 times, like, and subscribe to this video. I'm just kidding. I had to go somewhere with that. Of course that's the first place I would go. Just keep in mind that this is also streamed live on Twitch and on YouTube, so liking it and subscribing only really works for the YouTube section. Can you like a live stream? Can you subscribe to a live stream? I mean, you can subscribe to the live streams, I know that much, but can you like a live stream while it's live? I don't know, I don't watch live streams on YouTube, or really, I don't watch live streams that much. But then for a year, I didn't have internet, and then I didn't have my computer working, and it's just been a hell of a time, and I'm finally getting around to trying to catch up. I'd like to catch more live streams, but that's a completely different issue. Alright, so we're looking for a car covered in paint. What do you mean, why am I out here? I'm so amazed! Oh, so you're the good guys. I saw that spray animation. Wow. I wonder. You know what's weird? Hold on. Like... Ah! I am just messing around with the settings now. Yes, I can... Okay. So there is actually a way to make it 3D. Anyways. So, at least it makes sense now. They're not bad guys. Ah! Oh my god, this is the first time this has ever happened! I've never in my Ace Attorney Trilogy and Investigations playthroughs have I ever had a time when you could like actually talk to two people in one area. And I was like, you know, you could actually have that as a system because we have the ability to swap which screen we're looking at, which, you know, when talking to someone in an area and you're not looking at the screen to talk to them, you still have the options to talk to them, but it immediately pans the screen over, so... Huh. It finally happened. She's kind of pretty, though. In an animated... sort of, you know, hand-drawn... I don't know. I got nothing. Why am I defending myself on saying that an animated character is pretty? Mike, that, whatever. Oh no, I can't talk to her? Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was... Maybe I was wrong, and that we don't get that, but it seems like we could. There's no reason not to. They're filming a movie. He got mad at me. You can't see my face. I went silent. I stopped progressing. Because I know who he's talking to. Guys. Rise from the Ashes is real! It's canon. We know it's canon. It's canon even in Edgeworth Investigations, which admittedly came out after this. And they did Rise from the Ashes, which was a sort of DLC, not really a DLC case, but it was an expansion case to the Ace Attorney trilogy, well, Ace Attorney 1 specifically, after they re-released it for the DS. So Ace Attorney 1, 2, and 3 have been released like 4 or 5 times, I think? There's the original GBA release in Japan, there's the DS release in America and Japan, which includes Rise from the Ashes, there's the Trilogy release for the 3DS. I want to say that there was a release on console before Modern Gen, but I might be wrong. I want to say that there was a Wii release for Trilogy. I know that there's a Switch, PS4, and Xbox 360, not Xbox 360, Xbox One release, and I want to say might have a PC release, but I'm not sure. I feel like I'm missing a system here. Anyways, no, there was a Wii release for Trilogy. It was notoriously bad, because as opposed to using the DS sprites, because I think they went back and redid some of the stuff to make it look slightly better, they used all the GBA stuff, and it just looked bad, because, you know, you have a higher resolution output, and you're using the lowest resolution sprites. I think that's right. Anyways. It's Detective Sky! Actually, that makes sense. This is like 7 years after Ace Attorney Trilogy, which the third game would have been, what, a year after the first? Maybe a little bit more than that. I forget the exact time amounts. I don't have the timeline open. That would be spoilers. Oh my god, she's grown up! Oh, it's so scary. She was such a kid. Curiosity seekers claiming to be lawyers. Hey. I am really glad I'm not doing voices. Well then. Hey, you don't even know what it is. What? I was right, there is a murder. Murder! Either that or it's a fake murder, and the guy who supposedly died is going to show up in court and be like, haha, it was just a prank, bro. I'm going to keep saying that for every single case, because it's bound to happen at some point, right? One of these days, one of these cases, the only possible plot twist left would be that it was all a publicity stunt. Or just a joke, just a prank. I don't really know why, I haven't come up with a reason for it yet, but it's gotta be. Keep looking over because I keep thinking that the chat has changed, but it's nothing, I'm going crazy. I think it's OBS showing that there's a difference. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Alright, I'm going to finish talking to her, and then I'm done for the day. Oh no, there's two of them. Why is this such a big deal? I mean, yes, it's wrong. Alright, I'm going to take a step back here and say, I don't think what happened isn't wrong. It's not something I would personally do. It's not something I think anyone should do. But they act like it's this huge deal. And yes, it's completely perverted. It's just, I don't know, maybe I should just accept that this is like the worst possible thing you can do in the universe of Japanica, so that I don't have to go back and defend myself, because honestly, even I think I sound kind of like someone who would do that, and I'm not. So, you know, just accept it at face value instead of trying to be like, I think you're overreacting a little. Someone got murdered, but yes, let's focus on this whole thing. It's a hardened criminal. See, they act like it's... They really do act like it's equivalent or worse than murder, and I'm just like... Yeah, but... No one died. It's not like they stole your entire panty drawer. It's just one pair, but... I mean, sure, okay. Yeah, Apollo's about with me on this. Did I accidentally skip something? Ah! Who's this jerk? Yes, let's give flyers to everyone. Yeah, that would be my response too. Why are you giving me a flyer for this? Alright, well, this has been interesting, and I guess it's time for me to do my outro because I think I'm done. Oh wait, shoot, I meant to go back. I have to save in order to go back. Alright, so, yeah, this has been weird. I'm not gonna lie, this game has me stumped. In terms of just, what the hell is going on? But, you know, all of this just, yeah, yay, we're only day 2. 4 hours into the game. Well, actually, more than 4 hours. 5 hours into the game now. 5 hours, 33-ish minutes. Alright, so, yeah. I think I'll be back tomorrow. I might not... What's today? Tuesday? Today should be Tuesday. Yep. So I don't know if I will be able to... Either Thursday or Friday, one of those two games I won't be available to stream, but, you know. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you have, remember that I do stream this every day from 13 to 16 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. I think I would know my outro by now. And all the VODs get uploaded directly to YouTube, uncut, raw, which probably turns a lot of people away from it, but I don't really care because editing is effort, and I don't edit. So yeah, links in the description below. If you want to live stream notifications, if you want live stream notifications, I used to post them to Twitter. I will as soon as I don't have one follower. Like, and I'm pretty sure that my one follower is someone who's already subscribed, so and they know me well enough to know that I do stream like the same schedule every weekday, except when I don't. But really, that's just when something comes up. So yeah, I guess have a good day, everyone, because I'm really bad at outros.